Don't look now, but not my Washington Commanders are only a game away from making the Super Bowl. Commanders, of course, have never been there. Redskin franchise has been there 5 other times. That's a different story. Eagles have been there more recently, and they do have home field advantage. I'm going to break this game down for you. Full analysis of the NFC Championship game, Commanders-Eagles, with a free play coming up right now. Hi, this is Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com, right back here on Wager Talk TV, breaking down your first game on Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern on Fox. NFC title game, Commanders-Eagles. Hey, don't forget, I've got a standalone video for the late game, Bills-Chiefs, as well here on the channel. Click subscribe. Click that bell for an instant alert. You'll know when it's posted, along with my daily basketball free play videos as well. Hey, comment below also. I read the comments and I reply back. Thumbs up, like, always appreciated. All right, let's look at the total in this game. I do have a strong best bet on the side for my clients at WagerTalk.com. You can get that play right now, part of my 5-0 sweep on best bets to start the NFL playoffs. But I want to look at the total here for the free play for the video, and that is under 47.5 between the Commanders and the Eagles. You know, it's very interesting. The look-ahead line a week ago, bettable look-ahead line for all the different possible matchups, was going to be Eagles -6, 47.5. This game briefly opened 5 and 48, and now it's sitting exactly 6, 47.5 as we head into the weekend. So look-ahead line was pretty tight, and of course the odds last week were pretty tight as well. But I do think the line's a little inflated on the total for a few reasons. First of all, both teams played overs last week. Commanders-Lions was a shootout as expected. I gave you a free play on the over here for that Lions game last week, and it was a very easy over. Almost got there by halftime, 52 at the half, 55.5 for the game total. Got way up over that, obviously. But the Eagle game was also a free play over that I gave you in the videos last week here on the channel. And that game, despite the snow, still got up and over as well. And just pointing out, snow once again remains a vastly overrated handicapping factor. Both games Sunday with snow in Buffalo and Philly went over the total. Rain is the same thing. So let's look at the weather this week in Philly. Well, it's going to actually be warmer and sunnier. Low 40s, high 30s at game time. No wind, clear conditions, no precipitation. But I do think this game will be lower scoring than expected. And another reason the total's pretty high at 47.5 is because when these teams most recently played a couple months ago, actually a month ago, December 22nd, 69 points scored. 69, dude! Washington, of course, won on the final play, 36-33. By the way, last week was the first time in 5 games the Commanders had not won on the final play from scrimmage. They had 5 straight wins on the final play from scrimmage heading into that game against Detroit last week. And who would have thought as the big dog that they wouldn't need it, and they'd lead from basically from start to finish. Commanders, by the way, have won 7 straight games, but the prior 5 games against Tampa, Dallas, Atlanta, Philly, and New Orleans all were on the final play from scrimmage. And, of course, they also beat Chicago earlier this year on the final play from scrimmage and then lost to Pittsburgh on one of the last plays. So it's been the Cardiac Commanders, no question about it. By the way, I do have a Fade the Public video, which I'll look at the side in this game a little more in depth, but I want to look at the total here in this video. And I do like the under 47.5. I mentioned that earlier meeting, the 69 points back in late December, week 16. Keep in mind, Jalen Hurts got hurt early in that game. Kenny Pickett didn't play very well as the backup, but the game still got up and over. It was really kind of a garbage game. You know, I talk a lot about this in the NBA when key players are missing. You get a playground mentality sometimes. So I'd be careful reading too much into that second meeting result, which, by the way, is the only time the Eagles have lost. They'd won 10 straight going into that game. And the earlier meeting, I do think, is a little more true to how this game will play out. And that, of course, was the Week 11 matchup, Thursday Night Football at Lincoln Field, same site, on November 14th. And in that game, if you recall, the Commanders had a meaningless touchdown in the final 4 minutes, a touchdown drive in the final 4 minutes to make the score a little bit more respectable from a point spread perspective. And it came very close to landing on the spread with that 8-point loss. And it got it 26-18 to the final 44 points. But it was at 37 points with only about 4 minutes to go. I do a mathematical rescore model based on the drive charts. I had the rescore model in the low 40s. Also a possession score rescore headed in the low 40s as well. So once again, I think the first game was a more indicator of how this game will play out, more defensively oriented. Commanders only had 264 yards, only 4 yards per play in that game. Eagles did move the ball a little bit better, but once again, they're a run-based defensive team, and they're a home favorite here. They were a smaller favorite on the road, so if they can get the lead early, I think they can milk the clock with Saquon Barkley, and that's another play I want to give you here, another over-under play, and that's a player prop. Barkley over 127 rushing yards makes a lot of sense. I know it seems square, it seems obvious, but he is just crushing it. He did it to the Rams twice this season. You know, he tore them up in the first meeting, so you figure they're going to look to stop him last week. They couldn't stop him. He had another long touchdown run. The reason he's crushing these overs is because he gets these 50, 60, 70-yard touchdown runs almost every game, it seems. And to look at the earlier two meetings, that Week 11 meeting, Barkley had a good game in that win for the Eagles at home. As he finished that game, let's see here, with 146 yards, only a 39-yard run, but 2 touchdowns, 146 yards, but 26 carries. That's what you want to look at. He got a lot of work. And then even in the loss, the rematch in the loss, he got a lot of work. Of course, having Kenny Pickett at quarterback, they did use him a little bit more. And by the way, the Eagles had a 21-7 early lead in that game. But Barkley was even better in the loss, 150 rushing yards, 29 carries, and 68, 2 more touchdowns. He had 4 touchdowns, almost 300 yards, over 50 carries in the 2 meetings. I don't see anything changing. They're going to use him whether leading or trailing. They rely on Barkley. He's the best running back in the league. His total's at 127.5. The over would be the only way I would play that prop on Sunday. Hey, let me know below in the comments, what are your thoughts on the totals, some player props, side total player props. How are you attacking this NFC Championship game at 3 Eastern Sunday on Fox? I do read the comments and I reply back. If you're liking these free play videos, the more thumbs up, likes, the more comments below, the more free play videos I'll do each and every day for basketball, college, and pro hoops are here. Doing my weekly top 25 analysis for Saturday's games. Also tons of free play videos throughout the week, on the weekdays especially. Click subscribe and click that bell for an instant alert so you never miss out on not only the free football videos, but also basketball. And of course, I'll have several previews for you for the Super Bowl coming up as well. Click subscribe and click that bell for an instant alert. Hey, speaking of the NFL playoffs, I do have 2 strong best bets on both sides for Sunday. This game and also the Bills-Chiefs. They're client best bets. I am 5-0 in the playoffs on client best bets, 29-12 on client best bets since early November, and that is number 1 at Wager Talk the last 2 months, up over 60 units. And it's not a surprise because Sundays have been really good. 18-2 run on Sundays the last 7 weeks. Check it out right now. Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com, and you can get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. Once again, if you want to get on board that 18-2 run the last couple months on Sundays, including both NFL best bets this Sunday, check them out right now and get the basketball as well. Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com. 7 days for just $77. Normally it's $99 for 7 days. I got a 7-day for $77 special, which goes through this weekend. That gets you basketball and football. And also, of course, the 1-year all-access promo is still available, which gets it down to about $1 a play with promo code SM365. Check out the details. They're on my homepage right now. You can also get a free play every day. I put a bonus free play. I'm very selective, 2 to 3 best bets on average, which means my last cut, my strongest remaining opinion, goes up free for everybody. Check out the best bets. Check out the special promo offers. And also get that daily free play right now. Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com. 7 days for $77 or a full year for $1 a play with SM365 as your promo. That's an instant $811 discount with that promo code. By the way, one other special you'll see there is a 7-day free trial for oddslogic.com/SM. That's the special URL you have to use to get 7 days free of a premium live odds service. Real-time odds, real-time injury updates, which are so important, especially in basketball, and also real-time live scores. I use it every day in my handicapping, and the professional sports books use it behind the counter as well. This is what they use to move the odds, check the injuries, and you can try it free for 7 days and nights by using oddslogic.com/SM. That link is also on my page right now. Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com. Hey, get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. Follow me on social media, also at Steve Merrill, 2 R's, 1 L, at Steve Merrill on X and Instagram. And stay tuned because you know there's more free play videos coming up next.